Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fidir Syamsun. I'm from Class F, Semester 4 English Literature, Ustad Islamic University Sunan Gunung Jati, Bandung. And this moment I'm gonna do my task. Storytelling about Fake Face. The title is Fake Face. This is story about the kids who has compared with others. When we get comparing with others, our feelings will be not good enough. So this story is all about that. Let me start it. The title is Fake Face. This happened every June. Every June for decades, we went to the same place for vacation. Every June, for 12 years, we went to the same hill. Every June for 12 years, my parents rent the same little house in the same place and near the same hill. So every day for 12 years, I got up and went to the same hill and sat under the same tree. I wear the same hat in front of the same scene. There is a small store on the hill where we sit every day, and every day Mr. Ahmad at the store say, "Hello, how are you?" to my parents. And then always pats me on the back like a cat. And every day we walk to the train. Every day my father sat in his old chair and read the newspaper and then went to bed. Every day my mother went hiking and then went to bed. Every lunch we eat the same sandwich, and the same sandwich made by my mother's. And then every afternoon we go to the cafe and eat ice cream while my parents talk to Mr. Ahmad about the weather. Every summer for 12 years, I sat there and read books and occasionally played with some of the other boys and girls who were there. But I never made friends. That's very strange. Every June for 12 years, the same family sat next to us. They are called Hanggara family. Every morning, my parents say good morning to Mr. and Mrs. Hanggara, and Mr. and Mrs. Hanggara said good morning to my parents. Sometimes they talk about the weather. Mr. and Mrs. Hanggara have two sons. Rio is the same age as me, and then his brother Rian is 2 years older than me. Rio and Rian are both taller than me. Rio and Rian are very friendly and both very handsome. They are much friendlier and more handsome than me. They made friends with everyone and arranged games of hide and seek with the other kids. They always managed the game very well. My parents really like Rio and Rian and said, "Why can't you be more like Rio and Rian?" They said to me. "Look at them. They are friendly with everyone. They are polite, good boy. You're just sitting here reading a book and doing nothing." And for sure, I had that situation a lot. Rio and Rian always talked. Rio and Rian, Rio and Rian, Rio and Rian. That's all I've heard from my parents every June for 12 years. Rio and Rian are perfect. Everything about them is better than anything about me. Even their green umbrella is better than our red and white umbrella. I was 16 last summer we went there. The perfect Rio and perfect Rian came to the same hills one day and said that they would have a barbecue at lunch. They will cook for everyone. And then Rio and Rian said to me, "Forget your sandwich." They laughed. "Come and have a hamburger and barbecue chicken with us. We'll cook." And my parents, of course, thought this was great. "Look how good Rio and Rian are. They're going to have a barbecue and they have invited everyone. You can have a barbecue." Every summer for 12 years, on the other side of my family, sat Mrs. Sri. Mrs. Sri was a very large woman who came to the same hill every summer for 12 years alone. No one knows if she has a husband or family, but my parents say that she is very rich. Mrs. Sri always came to the hill wearing a big hat, sunglasses, and a gold necklace. She always carried a big bag with her. She always sat under her umbrella, reading magazines until lunchtime when she came home. Rio and Rian also invited her to their event. Rio and Rian's barbecue was, of course, a great success. About 20 people came, and they cooked a lot of hamburgers and chicken and made a big salad and brought big chunks of watermelon, and everyone laughed and joked and told Mr. and Mrs. Hangara how great their sons were. I ate one hamburger and didn't talk to anyone. After a while, I left and made sure no one saw me leave. Mrs. Sri ate 3 hamburgers, plates of chicken. After that, she said she was very tired and would go and sleep. She walked to his umbrella and sat in his deck chair and went to bed. When she woke up later, everyone on the hill was shocked to hear her scream and shout. My bag, she shouted. "It's gone, lost." Everyone on the hill ran to Mrs. Sri to see what the problem was. "Someone has taken my bag," she shouted. "Someone has stolen my bag." "Impossible," everyone said. "There is a very safe and friendly hill. There are no thieves here." But it's true. Mrs. Sri's big bag is no longer there. Nobody saw a stranger on the hill during the barbecue, so they thought Mrs. Sri might have taken her bag somewhere and forgot about it. Mr. Ahmad from the cafe arranged a search on the hill. Everyone looked for Mrs. Sri's big bag everywhere. Finally, they found it. My father saw it hidden under a deck chair, a green deck chair, Rio and Rian's deck chair. My father took it and gave it back to Mrs. Sri. Everyone looked at Rio and Rian. Rio and Rian, the golden children, stood there looking surprised. Of course, they didn't know what to say. Mrs. Sri looked into her bag. She started screaming again. Her purse with money in it wasn't in the big bag. "My wallet," she shouted. "My wallet is gone. The kids have stolen it. They arranged a barbecue so they could steal my wallet." Everyone tried to explain to Mrs. Sri that it couldn't be true, but Mrs. Sri called the police. The police arrived and asked Rio and Rian a lot of questions. Rio and Rian couldn't answer the question. Finally, they all got into the police car and went to the police station. I sat there pretending to read my book and not caring what happened. It seems to me that someone will always make mistakes once in a while. After that accident, after that happened, it was the last summer we went to the hills. After that, my parents never talk about Rio and Rian again. And finish. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.